salutations. Welcome to the Sam Huff 70th edition. Yes, we're at 70 now.
Damn.
Yeah, right?
That went by quick.
Man, trying to tell you. It's the 70th edition of The Other Side of the Ball, live from World Headquarters, talking all things A7FL Nevada as we preview Championship Sunday for Fall Brawl, as once again it is round 4 between the Insomniacs and Sick With It. That's 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 Eastern, 5 Central, 3 Mountain, and a little bit after 1 o'clock if you're living in Hawaii and Alaska. So there's all your time zones covered. Of course, you can catch us on Caffeine, Fox 5.2, Cox 125, and of course, A7FL.tv. I'm your host, Double A Anthony Alvarez, very shiny and bald, and still bringing the fact that my team has made it to their 8th Super Bowl.
Shut up.
I love you.
Shut up.
I love you too, Scotty.
I love you.
Anyhow, got the Viking Scott McCorkle from the Rainbow Bridge of Asgard, and of
How
course,
y'all doing?
my co-host from 5 to 6 on Talkin' Ish, the one, the only Chris Vera.
What's happening, y'all?
And of course, making it all happen, the magic that is Quan59.
Hi.
Hi, Quan. How are you? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into our first guest, who is patiently waiting. Certainly one of the most exciting players. Yes, he's letting me know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
having fun.
yeah, he is.
It's pointed at Scott today.
Yeah.
It is true. It is. It is.
Specifically.
You want to put that? You should put it on his forehead. The Reds.
Damn.
The Reds go.
Oh, good Lord. Anyhow, let's get into it.
I don't know what's been on there.
A couple of fat chicks.
Stop it. Anyhow, our first guest is weighing in. He certainly has been one of the more exciting players to watch during this Fall Brawl season. He made some fantastic plays, albeit in a losing cause to the Insomniacs, but still, certainly one of the candidates. If we do Rookie of the Year for Fall Brawl, he's definitely one of those candidates. From the Alienators, the one, the only Mr. Jaden Webb's in the house. Jaden, how are you, sir?
What's up with it? How you doing?
Good, sir. Thank you for coming on. Like I said, you certainly have been fantastic to watch this season. So let me get this straight. You grew up in Mississippi. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. You know it.
All right. What part of Mississippi?
Brandon, Jackson area.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Where Jackson State is?
Close to it.
Close to it? Okay. So give us your football story.
I've been playing football since I was like 5. Grew up playing running back my whole life until I got to 9th grade, 10th grade. Then I got moved to corner. And then after corner, I went to safety. And I've been playing really corner and safety pretty much my whole life. I played 1 year at JUCO college in Mississippi at East Central Community College. And then I came out here in 2020 and found A7 this recent year.
So how did you hear about the A7FL? Who led you to it?
Well, a friend of mine actually somebody had contacted him, and he contacted me once he went to a practice at the Alienators, and he was like, "We need somebody like you." And he said he thought about me, so I've been looking for something to do and to get back into football. So he contacted me, and I went out and practiced, and I've been practicing ever since with him.
So be it that this was your first experience experiencing the A7FL, what was the experience like for you personally?
It was fun, man. It was fun. I'm a ball player. I like to play football. It's just something I love to do. So any type of football, I'm down for it.
Panel, any questions?
I was looking
what
at Scott
happened?
first because if I start talking, he'll start talking.
Nope. Go ahead. My bad. I'm doing stuff.
Go ahead, Chris.
So when you came over to play A7, what is it that kind of caught your eye that you can see this different from your regular football?
Well, obviously, no tackling and everything with no pads. That was the first thing that really just stood out to me. And then once I kind of got into it and I started to just like hear how it was, I realized that everybody know everybody.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Doesn't matter what team you play on.
Mm-mm.
So I mean, it is just depends on what kind of team you want to be on. So knowing what you know about A7. Are you going to play in the spring too?
I am, yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know what team you're playing with in the spring?
I don't want to just necessarily say right now because it's still pretty early. So I'm going to just let that float around in the air.
Nobody.
I'm going to just let it float in the air right now. Right now, I'm just grinding.
Are you are you entertaining offers, or is it like you just don't want to tell nobody, but you kind of locked in?
No, I'm open. I'm open to anything. You know what I'm
All
saying? It's my first year, so I'm still really just getting used to it and just, you know what I'm saying, getting the hang of it and figuring everything out. So right now I'm just as we say, I'm just thugging it right now.
Yeah, no, there's a very specific reason why I'm asking.
All right, so
But
go ahead,
with
Scotty.
three touchdowns in his last game and being able to just build every single game, not just showing yourself as like a deep play threat, but also like the ability to find a first down marker at times, and also the ability to carry an energy. Because most of the time when we see you on the field and when we talk to you in person, you're a very cool, calm, collected, and humble person. But we got to see a lot of energy out of you in these last couple of games. Is that something we can look forward to as you get more comfortable? Is it like you're kind of looking for a home before you're fully sold on that, or is it like it's just coming out of you because you're getting back into football?
It's really just coming out of me because I'm getting back into football. The energy is gonna come whether I'm comfortable or not. Because football, I'm comfortable with that. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm gonna bring the energy with whoever and wherever I'm at.
So would I be wrong in saying you are taking your talents someplace else during the spring?
No comment.
But I mean, they can't.
Well,
can't
you know
play for
what?
the
That's
Alienators.
speaking volumes. Even though you said no comment, that's speaking volumes. We already heard you.
Yeah.
So that right there lets us know, but we just don't know
The next
where.
question is, how many of your teammates are you bringing?
Oh boy.
Hey, whoever willing to come, I'm just looking for some ballers, man. I'm trying to.
Well, I'll say this: you and Moncrief for sure were very fun to watch this season for the Alienators. You
Yes.
two are definitely a dynamic duo, almost like a thunder lightning type of thing. Just what do you take away from this fall brawl with the Alienators and what you guys accomplished? Being that this is your first time in the fall, first time as a team, and you guys qualify for the playoffs, and gave some pretty hefty competition for the most part against the defending champions.
To be honest, my opinion, I feel like we was pretty good. To be honest, I feel like we had some ballers on our team. The main thing to me that a lot of teams had over us was really chemistry in my eyes. This was the first year that we, you know what I'm saying, new team get put together. We really still trying to figure out how each other play and what's our weaknesses and strengths. So really every Sunday we just went out there and just leaned on each other's shoulder and just balled out.
I've got an old school question for you. And I say old school because when I look at what's going on now, and I've heard plenty of people talking about it, you know, hey, I want to go win a chip. I'm good taking a back seat to somebody else. If I can go win a chip, I'm going to do that. When I was playing, that was never it. It was, I'm going to stay right here and we're going to build until we beat you. It wasn't, well, I can't beat you, so let me join you. We never looked at things that way. So my question to you is, if you are looking to play in the spring, knowing what could happen with the Alienators, because your coaches are pit bosses. So why not stay with that team? You're talking about how you guys need to come together. You need that to happen. So why not take your talents there and compete with all these other teams?
I definitely feel what you're saying. To me, it's more so don't want to just be like direct or anything, but it's like more so the coaching wise, and I just feel like it wasn't so organized as much as I thought it would be once I really just started playing. You know, it wasn't as long as I've been playing football, it was by far one of the most unorganized teams that I've played for.
That's surprising, seeing how much swag and how many extras the Alienators have brought to the table this year. Excuse me. But it's super surprising to hear that it was unorganized. Do you think it was a lack of do you think it was just being new, or do you think it was like a lack of coaching taking initiative, or the lack of players not listening? Like, because those two things, you can have a coach that has all the knowledge in the world, but if people aren't willing to listen, like, it doesn't really matter.
It definitely bought into both as far as the coaching and then everybody not buying in to what's being said by the coaches and the GMs and et cetera. But also that goes along with building, as you say, building and staying and getting that chemistry and stuff together. But it was just more so, I'm more so with football, I want to be organized. I want to have like because when I went to college, it was like a set base, like 5:30 you up at breakfast, mandatory breakfast, 6 o'clock you at class, 7:30 you at practice. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a set base schedule. Yeah, it was more structural. But like now, not saying it's not structural, but it wasn't so much. It was just like we have practice this time, that day, Sunday, go play football.
So real quickly, talk about the inspiration that is a classmate of yours and your son. Talk to us about that real quick.
Can you repeat that?
Your inspirations, your classmate of yours and your son. Talk about that real quick.
Inspirations. I actually played with a good amount of people that's they're just declared for the draft and that's playing in the league right now. Was a close friend of mine. I actually I didn't go to school with him, but I played against him my whole life, and actually was like real close to him. Went to preschool with him. Jonathan Mingo, number 15 for Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? That's like my bro. But Jarian Jones, the DB number 7 from Florida State, I actually graduated with him. I played football with him. So I've been playing around with a lot of good people that I know, and it's fun, especially getting to come out here and play a different sport and play against people that's been doing it longer than me. So taking things away from different people and seeing what other people have to give, it's been fun. My little one, my son Kingston, man, he 8 months, be 9 months this following month. He is the inspiration. When I'm on the field and I know he watching, that's all I can think about. Just if I could, I'd just get the ball to him every time I score or touch the ball.
Well, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. Not at all.
And the thing about it is, have a son growing up understanding that Pops plays football, not a bad thing either. But knowing that, interesting you said Florida State, because I'm a Florida State fan. So kind of glad you said that. But anyway, my thought on that is, what are you, now that you put yourself in the A7 and you know that there's people watching, what is your hope to get out of A7?
My hope is right now I'm focused on grinding and just critiquing my craft and be ready for spring, because I didn't even know it was a spring for the football. I just knew it was fall until like halfway through fall, and everybody was talking about spring and how fall really didn't mean much. And so I was just like, okay, so I'm going to take the time for fall and just to try to get myself out there, get my name, and just to see what I can do in this A7. So right now, I'm just chilling. I'm just absorbing everything right now. I'm just taking it all in, trying to get better, trying to get better, critique my craft, because I like to play both sides of the ball. I don't really too much like taking a break, even if I get tired. So I just like to play football, man.
So what would you say is your most natural position on the field for you?
Honestly, I would say natural. I would say corner or safety, just because that's what I did. But I want the ball in my hands. I'm a ball player. I just want the ball in my hands, whether I have to get it on defense or it's on offense. So that's really why I went and played wide receiver this year, because it was like the only opportunity that I really had to just play wide receiver and actually get away with it.
And how long you been in Vegas?
4 years.
4 years. So you know what to expect this so-called spring.
Oh, yeah, this summer.
As far as the heat creeping in. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Well, he's used to that southern humidity down south, so I mean the heat really shouldn't bother with all that humidity he's used to. Anyhow,
you'd be surprised.
Well, I wouldn't know. I've never been there, so I can only speculate. But Jaden, real quick, use this last few minutes to say what you want to say, shout outs, parting shots, or how to promote yourself, all that good stuff. Floor is yours. Go ahead.
Well, first off, I just want to say thank y'all for having me. I want to thank the man above for giving me this opportunity and to be able to play football again, to display my abilities. I want to say shout out to my Alienator boys. Even if it's not this spring, hopefully next spring or in the fall, we will link up and get back together and build. I want to say thank you again to them and for the coaches, because I couldn't do it without y'all. And my Instagram is ballhawk_4, BALLHAWK_4, and my Facebook is just my name, Jaden Web, JAEDEN Web, WEBB.
Well, there you go. If you haven't watched any film on him, please go to all the A7FL pages, specifically our page at the bottom. Just check out his highlights. Check out some game film. He definitely was one of the more exciting players to watch during the fall brawl. Jaden Web from the Alienators. We don't know where he's going to take his talents during the spring season, but watch out for this young man. he is exciting to watch. Jaden, we appreciate the time. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Hey.
you. Thank y'all for having me.
One last question.
Yes, sir.
When you're making that decision, can we have you back on? You can announce it here.
I got you.
There it is.
There we go.
There it is. All right. So he will make his announcement when he decides where he takes his talents to during the spring, which let's go back real quick to that game between the Alienators and the Insomniacs, which was, I know the final score was 66-41, but the score really didn't tell the story of that particular game because really for the most part, it was not necessarily back and forth, but it seemed like when the Insomniacs got an edge, it seemed like the Alienators kept crawling, but then in the end, the champs do what they do, impose their will, and put the game away. But what's just your final take from that game between those two teams?
My final take on it
Yes.
was a couple of things, actually. It was nice to see the kids out there with the Alienators kind of pulling things together and seeing what they can do as a squad. And that was really interesting to watch. I think that they didn't have any letdowns. They didn't have any, when I say that, what I mean, let me preface that. They didn't show any fear. They kept coming. And that in this league is huge because you have those top tier teams, and we know who they are. We have the second tier, third tier. Alienators showed that they have no fear and they're going to go out there and play their hearts out. So hats off to them. I think that they did a hell of a job, but I got to admit, when it comes down to it, the Insomniacs do what the Insomniacs do. I mean, it's a perfect name for the team.
Well, I mean, they are the Wolfpack for a reason.
Yep.
Scotty, your thoughts?
As far as the Alienators go, like I really want to give a shout out to their line. Benitez and Reyes, and Dylan Graham, they were all down there giving it their all. I mean, when it didn't matter how badly they were getting beat up on or when they were getting beat, you saw them all over there getting together, talking about it, trying to figure out a way to try and slow them down. But they also played all 4 quarters. They stuck it in there, like you said. They didn't give up. On the Insomniac side, it's just grind them down. We're gonna make it work. Eventually, you're not gonna be able to stop it. It's just the way it's gonna go.
Yeah. I mean, look, these guys are, you have to really pay attention to what's going on when you see these guys stepping up and taking a hold of what they can do.
Mhm.
And the Insomniacs, we know what they can do. And we know that they're, we were talking about it in the booth. I said, with the time that they have left on the clock, they're a quick strike team, and you have to be aware of that. And what happens? Touchdown. So, you just never know when these things are coming up and what's coming to you. But it was good to see the Alienators not back down. It was one of those things of they were like, well, yeah, you guys can do this, but we can do it too.
And they have some real stars on their team. Like I think in playoffs against anybody else, like they put up, they have a shot.
Oh yeah, they do.
Like
they
between,
got players.
So Matthias Johnson, number 9, Monk, number 24, Trope, number 28, Lee, Sims, Benitez, Reyes. We're not talking about Iriarte. We're not talking about Monk. We're not talking about Webb. These are just the rest of them. And these guys, we called their names all night long.
But don't forget the game that Ronald Gaither had also. Gaither was fantastic.
Gaither always balls out. Gaither is
Does he
one of those
know
guys. We
anything else?
talked about him during the actual broadcast. Like he's one of those guys that he knows how to play football, and he doesn't get like the recognition that he's supposed to, or that I think he should get.
I agree.
Somehow he just slips through the cracks, and it's kind of sad because he balls out. He puts out an incredible effort, and it doesn't matter who he's lined up in front of or against. He's going to go.
Dude, he is, again, he's just a ball player. If you want somebody that's going to make a play, there's a guy that's going to make a play.
And we've said that I don't know how many times in the broadcast that this guy is just a ball player, but I mean, he is. I mean, just his returns alone kept the Alienators in this game to compete. Because, I mean, like I said, yes, the score will say 66-41, but like I said, sometimes the score really does not tell the story of the game at all.
Even that says a lot.
Yeah, it does.
We can't take for granted like how good the Insomniacs are and how good that defense is, and for them to put up 41.
Well, I mean, put it all together, whether we're talking about on a division level or whether we're talking about a national stage. I mean, the fact that we've got players that are coming more and more out of the woodwork to come and play at A7 is saying something. And that's why I said it doesn't matter whether it's our stage or the national stage. It seems like there's more and more players coming to play. And that's what makes this league so good.
And continuously growing and possibly for more expansion.
Yes.
And the Midwest is growing like crazy. I know we have like our times and we jab at each other and everything like that, but I just love to see the league grow. I don't care if it's Jersey, I don't care if it's Florida, I don't care if it's Cincy, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to see us grow. I want to see more people get this opportunity to be able to experience this sustainable violence that we get to create every single Sunday.
It's been a minute since you've said that.
Yeah,
sir.
no, you know what? Like everybody gets sidetracked from time to time and gets caught up in, different things here and there. And at the end of the day, outside of production and outside of everything else, outside of trying to get our names out there, this is a bunch of homies playing football. And we can't lose sight on that. Like at the end of the day, we gotta figure out a way to just promote each other and get behind each other. This league is growing, and if we gotta get more people to enjoy this shit.
Well, speaking of the champs, we do have a member of the champs in the house, and it's been said for many times that he possibly might be the best lineman in the league, hands down.
History.
And some have said on more than one occasion, if you're starting a team, he would be the first draft pick taken. You know him, you love him, he pancakes, that's what he does. Ladies and gentlemen, from the world champion Insomniacs, the one, the only, the Cornhusker himself, Big Kenny Mack in the building. Sir, how are you? Welcome.
Good, man. How you doing?
All right. So, again, you rarely don't do interviews. So, again, just how were you convinced to just come on the show and give us some of your time?
Man, Nick.
He's relentless, ain't he?
No, not even that, man. Nick is he's helping my family in different ways. And we're starting to do some different things and branch out a little bit. And Nick is at the forefront of that for us. And I'm super grateful. So anything I can do to help my brother out, man, it's a call away. It's all good.
Now, a few episodes ago, you called into the show and you briefly gave your story. So, floor is yours. Go ahead and just give your story because it's an amazing story for those that don't know. Prepare yourself because, I mean, obviously you do a lot of things in the community. Obviously, you coach your kids, obviously, and you put them in the forefront. So just tell our viewers your story of how Kenny Mack came to be.
Oh, man, everybody says it's a crazy story, but I just think it's his regular life. Man, I got I got kicked out of a few high schools, and I didn't play high school football until my junior year. I left junior year with 20-something offers. I did not play a senior year of football. I only played my junior year. I left high school in December. I gray shirted at Nebraska because I wanted to leave high school. And it was a gift and a curse. I went to Nebraska the first time, and I'm just keeping it real. I went to Nebraska the first time, and I wasn't ready as a young man. And I was thinking about the money instead of, school and how to really set my life up. And I got kicked out of Nebraska. And once I got kicked out of Nebraska, I went to Fort Scott. I played with Devonte David, a few other big-time people right now. And I went back to Nebraska. But before I went back to Nebraska, I met my wife. And, man, got her pregnant with Junior. And I left. I went to school. I was like, this ain't stopping the dream. This is my second chance. I'm rolling out. And she called me one day and was like, I'm sick. Something's wrong. And I was like, you'll be all right. I'm about to go ball. And I don't know, man. If something came over me that same day, I left Nebraska. I flew back to Vegas. Moved in with moms and was like, look, I'm about to have a kid. And she was like, no, you're about to go back to school. And I was like, nah, I'm about to change it. I'm about to change everything. And
man, I'm about to have a kid, so it's either gonna be in my kid's life or you're not. And we didn't talk for a couple of days. She called me back and she was like, well, let's do whatever. And I was like, it's gonna be a boy. And she rocked with me ever since. Pulled my wife out from California, brung her to move in with me, and the rest is history, man. I bought a dispensary, and supplied for myself and my family, and kind of branched out. And ever since then, I have done nothing but run my businesses and lead my family. My son is everything to me. My wife is everything to me. My kids are everything to me. So that's kind of the story, man. Now I'm just a coach that lives at home, that has been fortunate enough to be able to do that, and I'm just gonna continue to lead my family with the blessings of my wife and kids, man. And we grinding. My son is the number 6 ranked middle linebacker in the class of 2031 right now. He's the number 1 middle linebacker on the West Coast for his age group. Yeah, he's
crazy.
He plays in the 5th grade with 6th and 7th graders. So, man, we're blessed, bro. We're going to continue to grind. We're going to continue to lay the future for our family, and we're going to be all right.
That's saying something, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's saying something. Man, you knew what you wanted and you went after it, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man. It just blessed me to do what I'm doing now, man. I'm sending high school boys to college. They're going equipped instead of, it's a lot of freshmen dropping out of school right now because they're not properly equipped, or they got to go the JUCO route, which is not a problem, but it's hard on them. So I'm the one that's going to equip them with the tools they need, because I've been there at a very high level multiple times. So they're going to be all right, man. I'm here for them.
That's that's something that not everybody can say. And me growing up here in Vegas, I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt, maybe one person in all of Las Vegas that would offer what you're offering right now. And hats off to you, brother, because what you do, and I've seen what you've done with your kids and whatnot on Facebook. I haven't been there in person, but I do want to come to a game when you guys are playing. Both your boys came up to the booth on Sunday. Incredible kids. Very respectful. I appreciate that. But, I mean, really, 6th rank already is incredible.
That's insane.
That's
grind.
That's
freaking
insane.
incredible.
It's a grind, bro.
Man,
He has goals.
That kid works hard.
If you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but it's all him. Some days I don't even push him. I don't ask him to work out or nothing, and then he gets those times where he's like, "Hey man, we missed workout yesterday. What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, all right, let's get it. Let's go."
Wow.
So it's just on him, bro.
Self-motivation is a powerful thing.
That's a gift.
It
That's
is.
a real gift. That is a very. I've been blessed to be around Nightmare for a while now, and I have never come across a more well-mannered and more like grounded group of kids. Like all of his kids are like that. But yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, please, thank yous, all of the above. Like the way they conduct themselves is very proper. And then to turn around and see his work ethic, and to see that like that demeanor doesn't change until game time, and then he has this switch that there's a lot of grown men out there, myself included, that can learn a lot by watching this kid. It's wild.
I call that the gift from the man above.
No, definitely.
When you're able to turn it on and turn off,
Yeah.
bro, that's a lot of people don't know what that
Yeah.
means and how that helps you release as a football player and what that field means for you. It's different. It's not about going out there and getting hit and running the ball. It's something that we love, and something that it's in us, and it's just different. It's a different feel out there.
So, big man, let me ask you this: how do you balance all this with promoting your businesses, doing your businesses, and then having the time to coach your kids, and then having the time for yourself to play A7? How do you balance it all?
Man, it's easier than what everybody thinks, man. For my credit repair business, I do that early in the morning, and I have a team of guys that help me do that. So I'm locked in the morning, getting everything done, sending out what I need to send out, and those guys work for the rest of the day. Shout out to them. For my dogs, they're with me, so You know, when I move, they move. When I wake up, they all wake up. My son, he wakes up when I wakes up. He has morning routine and morning workouts. My youngest son, Shadow, he's up when I'm up, so he's helping us move around. After that, I'm training kids at 10. I'm done with that. We eat and I'm chilling with the wife until 3, picking them up. It's really just a routine. It's easy. After 3, I'm training kids again at 5:30 through 6 o'clock. It's come in time. We done by 8 o'clock. The rest of the time is family time. We lay it down. The kids' homework been done since they get home from school. It's just a routine. I even throw some Call of Duty in there, you know, almost every day. It's a routine, man. As long as you have your life on a routine, it's all good. You got a good support system, and my wife is great. She's good at everything she does, so it makes it kind of easy on me. Not to say it like that, but it's easier than what people think. As long as everything is boom, 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 boom. If not, it'd be chaotic.
So let me ask this: what would you tell someone that is kind of in the same shoes as you? What kind of advice would you give that person?
If somebody that's in the same shoes as me.
That kind of have the same upbringing as you and so on and so forth. What kind of advice would you give that person? Seeing how they've seen your story.
Don't change it for nothing.
And they've seen you succeed. What kind of advice would you give that person?
Man, don't change it for nothing and don't look back. I have memories that have, you know what I'm saying, that are stored that will never come back out. And there's not nothing wrong with that, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying good or bad, just never go backwards. You can't live in the past. When you live in the past, negative shit happens.
Not wrong.
Not at all. So I'll take it back a little bit more in the football range. And what do you think? And I know the answer, but I got to ask because I'd like to hear from you as an Insomniac. But what is your goal, or what is the Insomniac's goal for the spring season? I know that fall. I know we're still talking about championship for Sunday, but what are your guys' goals for the spring?
Man, to be honest, nobody's talked about spring. We haven't. We know what the end goal is, but we're really not. Nobody's focused on that. Scooter's on our ass about what we need to do and what we can continue to do to be us. Everybody's in the group been pretty self-absorbent when it comes to watching film and holding themselves accountable. So we're just looking forward to the Sundays until that happens. But just know, man, we all have a plan, and everybody should know the plan. It's the end goal for everybody else. That's why everybody else on the rest of the world are loading up, adding 20 and 30 stars to the team to play little old us. And we want that. So just know, y'all keep building. Because that's what we wanted. We don't want to keep winning. We want to battle. So keep building, keep adding pieces, keep adding superstars. Oh, my bad. Keep adding superstars. And we're going to keep on being us, bro. And we just going to ball. And we're going to have fun every Sunday. That's what we do, bro. We live to link up on Sundays and ball and talk shit on the sidelines with each other. I promise you. That's why we go.
It's the most fun thing in the world.
If you watched the game last week, you see how many Insomniacs were on the sideline that didn't play?
Yep.
Yeah.
And nobody was like, man, get off the sideline. You're not playing. We need you. Bro, you see this shit? We about to do this right here. Watch this. You know what I'm saying? We out there having fun. Those are our brothers. Nothing's ever going to change.
No.
That's what we do it for.
I saw a lot of guys playing out of position, having some fun with it, just having a good old time playing football.
Shout out to Fresh Out. Shout out to Price. They've played minimum O-line this year, and they held me down. So shout out to my brothers, man. Like I said, we
y'all
happy.
was out there getting it.
No, we happy with what everybody's saying. We see everybody. Oh, the last game was at this. Bro, we chillaxing. We having fun. The play calling and Scooter back there in the huddle is we talking shit and we calling the same play 40 times in a row sometimes. There's no bullshit, I swear. Like,
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, it's not even that. We do this shit to target people. We want to We talking shit to people on the line.
Oh man,
We're
I know
picking on
exactly.
people,
Hey, what's funny is everybody watching knows exactly who the fuck he's talking about too.
Shout
'Cause
out
he
to shout out to number I think is number 8.
Five.
One
or
of those
eight.
numbers, Jose Gualapo. That's his name on Facebook.
Oh,
Shout out to my boy.
man,
You know,
he
when we
set
played their
himself
team,
up
I'm
for
gonna
that
say this.
okey-doke.
Everybody's like, why are the Insomniacs only doing this? Why are they only doing that? We ran every play to the left. Every single play was to the left. We did not run one right run play, one pass play. If it was a pass play, we're bringing motion to the other side to run at him.
Trying not to talk about that during the broadcast was one of the funniest shits in the world.
No.
I was I had to rip my headset off a couple of times. I was just like, yo, look,
You guys have no idea what we talk about.
I don't say shit about nothing.
Scooter
to nobody.
gave me permission to mention that on the broadcast. I just chose not to because that.
See, I didn't know he told you because I was I don't say
Me and
anything that
Scooter-
happens in that chat is not for y'all. I'm sorry, it's not.
Me and Scooter had talked, and he said if you want, you can say it, but I chose not to because I'm not trying to
Look,
I'm not trying to give out information
and
like
he's
that.
he's one of the top contributors on the page. Like he's active like in the group. You know what I mean? Like he's not a bad dude. He just y'all be poking the wrong fucking bears. Why y'all fucking with these people? Like why are you gonna talk shit to Munchie? For what? He done tore everybody up. Everybody. Why are you gonna talk to Mac? He done pancaked everybody in the league.
Not everybody.
Well,
he's
damn near.
still got people on the list he wants to get. Oh boy.
Like, there's
No,
just
not even
certain
people on the list,
you
bro.
don't-
It's certain people that I respect that I have a battle against. Remember, I haven't tied my cleats all season.
That is true.
I
He
haven't
plays
stretched.
games without him.
I
But
haven't
like
stretched all season.
Darren Palmer's the same way though.
Yes.
Like, and he's not like, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not just Insomniacs play. Like, we just have them dogs out here in Vegas. There's a couple of them on it. Look, there's a lot of them actually on that sick team. And with this game coming up, like, this is one of the things, like, I get accused of bias, and I'm very honest and open about my bias. I am 1,000% biased without any shame or anything. But what I will say is it's going to be a good motherfucking game. If they show up and play their game, but the one thing that the Insomniacs do have, and this is from watching up in the booth, I'm gonna take my leave my jersey off because as everybody done said in the last couple of weeks, I ain't Viking no more. I'm Scott now. We gonna change some shit. We gonna figure some shit out. But until then, I'm gonna take that off and I'm gonna say, you know what the Insomniacs don't do? Is fight, bicker, argue. None of it. Never. Not even a little bit.
Facts.
Nobody cares about if they get in or not. Nobody's standing next to the coach like, can I get in? Can I get in? It's everybody out there chilling, talking shit. Like, what are we going to do later? That's what the entire, like, that's what that culture is based around. And when, like, you were having a conversation earlier with Webb, and it's like, oh, well, why would you, like, change up if you need to add some chemistry? Sometimes you can do all the fucking mixing in the world. You still not gonna make some crack if your fucking formula's off. You know what I mean? Like you still gonna come up with some bullshit and you're gonna end up with some sheetrock and some sick motherfuckers. Well, what the Insomniacs have is some crack. And what it is a culture. It's a we're gonna win. We're gonna make sure that we play our best.
No, you gotta say it right.
We're
just better than you.
I'm not gonna take Munchie's saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's Munchie's
translation.
That's trademarked and copyrighted. That's Munchie shit.
That's Munchie shit.
And
Translation.
I gotta pay him for it.
No,
then.
translation. I think the perfect analogy would be this. You know the term that's always been said that football's a brotherhood?
Yep.
That's the Insomniacs.
Yeah, like there's no none of that. There's no honestly, Coach James got the easiest job in the motherfucking world.
You're not wrong.
Nobody's
You're not
like
wrong.
he's got Tommy, he's got Scooter's Peyton Manning.
In the championship game,
If you draft Peyton Manning, you win.
in the championship game, I'm standing on the sidelines. I'm walking back and forth between the Insomniacs. I never heard them argue, bicker about anything. All I heard was,
Next play.
"This is what we need to do."
Next play.
Yep, next
Next
play.
play.
That's the point, man. Especially when you play people that you respect. Like I said, I'm never going to be the one that's like, oh, I don't respect them or I don't like them because it's them. Fuck no. It's a lot of people on that team that I respect that are ballers.
They go hard. They're
that are ballers. That make your boy got to put the headset on before, put the ski mask on, stretch 30 minutes before the game, drink the 2 Red Bulls.
You tie your cleats for that game?
Yeah, fuck yeah. You think I'm not gonna play against Seau and not tie my cleats?
Look, hey, and you know they
That
have,
matchup, oh boy.
If they could tune it in a little better, they would be so much of a better, like, they don't make the little adjustments. I don't know if it's just the players not making the adjustments on the field, but the little adjustments we make, like when we're talking to each other as part of a D line, like anybody's D line, like fixing gaps and fixing like weak points and finding the better lineman and double teaming him and all that stuff. If they did those little things better, they would close that gap just a little bit more. And I just feel like they're just not doing it. That's the Insomniacs. We will sell out every single person. That's the reason I went to this. Like, after I got there because of you and AJ, when I got there and realized, oh shit, everybody's selling out for whatever it takes. Okay, I'm in.
This sounds like Captain America.
But those
Avengers.
little things also come from the personnel. If the personnel don't know, or they don't know how to communicate, or they don't know how to talk, then it changes. Right. Because when I'm talking to Tay or I'm talking to Wilk, it's not the same as I'm talking to I don't know, one of
Juice.
No, hell no, I talk to Juice the same way, but it's like talking to a Gentile at running back because he's been at wide receiver. Yeah. So to be able to tell him how I move and what to expect is different between talking to Tay, because I could talk to Tay. Tay could get tackled for a 2-yard loss on the backside, and I could be like, Tay, look, check game. Hey,
hesitate.
Scott,
give me half a second.
Not even that. I'm be like, Scott, we're gonna run that again. Tay, you already know I'm about to do this, and then it's gonna work. And then we'll run that, and then boom, my dog will go score. You know what I'm saying? Will could see it and be like, hey, I seen that. Hey, we're gonna run this, and then we're gonna come right back to that right now. And it works because we're able to communicate. And when I'm seeing it, I'm talking. It's just not me talking to my linemen. I'm talking to them fools in the back because they listen to me because they're real football players. Right. Tay understands formations and personnel better than a lot of people. This man draw plays that we have so he can understand them. Motherfucker watch more film. I was over to get my haircut the other day. He had the game on. You know what I'm saying? He watched more film than a lot of people. So it's easy to communicate with these dudes because they have that knack too. And that comes in the Munchie saying, my friends are just better than yours. It's not about football. It's not about just being on the field. It's about the extra shit that's done too. You think that man look like that and don't work out every day? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All these little things, all these little parts are, you know what I'm saying, pieces to the machine that create us and who we are and what we do. So if you don't have that, then it's hard to beat us because you could be down. We could be down. We seen it against Sick. We were down like what, 13-0, 14-0? Mm-hmm. We didn't even panic, bro. We were like, hey, look, check in. We're about to run toss left. Let's run. You know what I'm saying? We stuck to what we do and we know it's going to work because we're going to make the adjustments on the fly, ready to roll like it should be. We're all grown men. We're all football players. We should be able to do that. And the team I respect most is Sick.
All right, 2 things. One, your boy Nick says that he would like you to be a special panelist. He is offering you that position. Number 1. Number 2, your final thoughts. Go ahead and plug out your businesses, shout out your businesses, promote whatever you want to do. The floor is yours.
Man, first of all, I'd like to give it all to the men upstairs, to my wife and family, my kids, all 5 of y'all. Junior, Shadow, Exotica. These are all their nicknames because I want to put their names out there. Ghost, Jelly Bean, all my babies, man. I love y'all. Everything I do is for them. Swift Credit Repair. That's your boy. Hit me up. Mactown Exotic Bullies. You need a dog, hit me up. Mac Athletes. If you need a lineman train, hit me up. Whatever, man. Whatever. Got a couple more business that I can't promote on here because of legal reasons. But shout out to Exotic Aromas and the Headcase Collective. And man, to my brothers, man, on the Insomniac team. Shit, how we move and how we groove. Shit, we're just gonna keep rocking. And man, I don't really have nothing else. I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Always welcome, man. Always welcome.
The door is always welcome.
Oh, I'm man, Derek Duncan. I appreciate you. These dudes of the league need to respect you a little bit more and how you rock for them and what you're doing for them behind the scenes.
Preach.
They need to have a little bit more respect on your name because I know you're modest and you don't talk about the shit you do. But I'm trying to let everybody know, if you're watching this, if you're not watching this, Derek Duncan is the man. He's helping people in a way that a lot of people need, and he's creating programs for people that are in the A7FL. And if you really, really in of need, man, you tap in with Derek Duncan and sit down, and he'll create a plan. I'll be involved somewhere in that plan. You'll see me down the lines behind the curtains. But you sit down with that man. That is the man with the plan. I can't say it enough. Shout out to Derek Duncan. Shout out to Derek Duncan. Shout out to the motherfucking man, Derek Duncan. If you don't know, now you motherfucking know. Hit that man up and bless your life. If you don't know what your next step is as an A7FL brother, please don't be too modest and don't have too high of a pride to tap in with that man, because he can help you. Whether it may be maybe a job referral to some of his friends, whether it may be helping you with your credit, you hit that man up and bless your life.
You can drop the mic on that.
Truth in that.
Yep.
Well, you can catch him with the rest of the Wolfpack, the Insomniacs, this upcoming Sunday, as it's Sick and the Insomniacs round 4 for the Fall Brawl Championship. Kenny Mack, doors always open. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming in, big guy.
Thanks, brother.
Y'all, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Well, as we said, this is round 4 between the Insomniacs and Sigwit. The second time in a championship stage. They met in the Southwest Championship back during the national season, which turned to a 45-25 Insomniacs win, which, of course, the Insomniacs went on to win the championship. And now, before the national season starts on March the 24th, it's the Insomniacs and Sick again for the Fall Brawl Championship, which, of course, you can catch at 4 p.m. on Fox 5.2, Cox Channel 125, A7FL.TV, and Caffeine. And all points in between. Of course, you can catch myself, Scott, and Chris in the booth calling the game.
Having fun.
Hopefully the elements won't play a part. What they might this Sunday, we don't know. But if you can't,
we're getting whooped this Sunday.
With the weather?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
we're
bad.
from tomorrow until Sunday. We're supposed to get dogged out
So
like
what
a Boulder
I said,
Highway hoochie on payday.
you heard me say it when we're in the production meeting.
Correct.
You know, something that somebody, we won't say any names, but he's sitting next to me, doesn't like to always be on. But I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna go to Lowe's and pick up some plastic, because you know the water just comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on the roof.
I like it when it gets a little wet.
Yeah, well, it ain't gonna be a little wet. I guarantee you that it's gonna be very wet.
You know, there's one time it felt like I got hit in the face with a 5-gallon bucket of water, and it was great.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go there. That's a whole nother show.
Did
That's
it
a
fulfill
whole nother show?
Did it fulfill your needs?
Wait, really? Why are you playing into this?
Immediately.
Why are you playing into this?
You normally do, so why can't I take a turn? Anyhow.
I'm just trying to bring it back onto the tracks.
But anyhow, how do you guys see it? Well, I mean, we'll talk about this again towards the end of the show, but just real quickly.
With my eyes.
Okay.
I think he's saying how do you see Sunday playing out? I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah, that's where I'm
me
getting
getting cussed out for anything I say about the game.
Why?
Because I'm always wrong.
That's a whole nother show.
Oh, no, I'm just always wrong.
Yeah.
No, legitimately, I've been wrong on every single prediction I've made on this show.
Okay, so make a prediction. So that way you can be. So if you're playing into the wrong thing, make your prediction.
Honestly,
so that way it's the right way.
I see this one shaping up to. I'm going to call it the same scores as last year's semi.
Okay. So hold that thought.
Yep.
As we talk about, because our next guest is ready. He was actually supposed to be in the last slot,
God,
but
I love this guy.
But
just the way he fucking shows up. I fucking love this guy.
But traffic is a pain in the ass sometimes. But also
Dude,
from
always.
Oh, I need to get my hair cut.
But also
you see, I look gross, right? Like, you understand that? I look like a homeless man shit me out this morning.
Will you stop? Also from the Wolfpack, the
Damn,
reigning,
he must have had some corn too.
the reigning defending champions.
I feel like
This
that's
time
racist.
he is finally free, and he's been running and looking for contact all fall brawl long. The one, the only, Mr. Devonte Carter is back in the house. How are you, sir? Welcome back.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man? You good?
every day. Yeah, traffic pissed me off. Though.
Yeah, I you know what? Can't say I blame you.
It took me
Can't
an
say I
hour to
blame
get over here.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
An
wow.
hour.
an hour.
Jesus, man, where are you coming from?
I live on. I can't tell you, but but
Okay, not the exact place of where you're coming from, but just the area.
off Blue Diamond.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so it wasn't Sapphires. Gotcha.
Nah. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow.
Oh, that's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
My bad. My
We're going
bad.
to Chicas Bonitas tonight.
There you go. Oh man! All right.
All right, so you being from the same state as I, the state of California, but you're from Southern California. What brought you to Vegas?
I was getting away from a crazy ex. After college, I moved here.
Well, how?
I hope she didn't throw knives at you.
Nah, she wasn't no Tomb Raider. She was just crazy.
Oh, so Laura Croft. Okay, all right.
So wait, you moved out of state to get away from a woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on now.
Have you seen Fatal Attraction?
Yes.
Okay,
A thin line between love and hate.
that
Yeah.
too. That too. Yes.
You didn't have to change your name too, did you?
Yeah, my real name is Shabazz.
Oh man. And everybody wonders why we don't have you in more often.
Oh, I missed something dirty.
You're hiding behind them glasses so that way they can't get a good look, huh?
No, I got a black eye.
What?
You gonna do a fight?
We don't talk about those type of things on air when it's
you
being
don't.
recorded.
You don't know where
We
that
don't live in
black
a
eye may
state-
have came from. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were in a fight.
It was the doorknob on the
Oh.
cabinet.
I was in an abusive relationship before. I know that lie.
No, cabinet.
No, look, you ain't never
cabinet
had-
doors do hurt.
Yeah, no, but you
The
ain't never
lower
had the
cabinet
stripper
door,
put
the lower
her
cabinet
legs on your on like your shoulders, and then like they pull you into their butt at the same. No,
That's how you break your nose.
yeah, there's a reason my shit's crooked.
That's why Zelly got that mask.
I was about to say there's a reason my shit sit this way.
You know what? I'm going to say that on Sunday. Oh wait, I can't say it. I can't say it on.
There's a lot of things I
Can't
want
say
to
it
say
on
Can't say it on
Sundays.
Fox.
Can't
Damn
say it
it.
on Fox.
Can't say it on phone.
But
All right,
I can at least lead us down that road without saying it.
Who's your favorite speed bump so far?
I mean, it's a bunch of them. It's like an apartment complex.
He's been living life in Braille.
No, but in all seriousness,
He's making bumps out of people.
in all seriousness, though, but how does it feel for you to get back on the field and doing what you love to do, which is looking for contact?
It's fun. I like playing with the guys that I'm with. Like you said, we don't argue or bicker. We kind of discuss like, hey, we need to do this. Tighten the fuck up and let's do this. And we pick a guy and go at him.
You're
So we
wrong.
heard.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
This week's target is Southern, of course.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Let's see if he knows how to tackle above the knees.
Oh.
Oh.
Because that guy's an ankle biter like a little fucking chihuahua.
Golly,
It's like, bruh.
I ain't not wrong.
Like,
Wow.
like, come get some contact, Southern. I'm telling you. Come try to tackle me straight up.
Oh,
But this is your
God,
invitation.
I love this show.
Oh, the
Justin.
He said,
number
"Put some
16,
fried
The
rice
Dylan,
on
challenge
name.
has been put down.
You know.
Oh
yeah.
my.
I don't think for whatever reason.
Y'all wanted a spicy. We gonna
He's not
Right?
joking. He's
No, he's not
He
joking.
means-
No,
we
he's
know
serious.
he's not joking.
He's serious.
We know he's not
And it's
joking.
He's real serious.
It's no ill intent. I fuck with Southern. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
You
no.
can't fuck with me on the field.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Well, it's been laid down. Gauntlets laid down. So we'll be looking for that on
Challenge.
Sunday. I'm just saying. So as soon as we see you get into the game, I'm
Toss
going to
right.
be looking for it. Yep.
Toss right, whatever side he's on. Like, would you say, Mac? Toss right.
Yeah, that's my favorite play too. It's so underutilized.
It's so easy.
Yeah, but it's
Well, it's
so-
easy with y'all.
Exactly.
With y'all running, yeah.
exactly when you're sitting on the sidelines,
Yeah.
like I've been able to do it from time to time before this season, and watch you guys play. It's almost to the point where I have to giggle at some of the things that go on, because I see Mac when I'm standing on the sidelines one time. He's pushing a dude all the way out of bounds, 10 yards down the field.
No shoes on.
And I look down, he ain't got no cleats on.
No cleats.
I'm like, Mac, what are you doing? My feet hurt. Okay. Dude,
It's
if you can
hanging
still do it
socks.
without freaking cleats, more power to you.
Yeah.
And then you coming down the sidelines, and I'm like, well, I don't think he's going to run out of bounds.
No.
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 No, never happened.
So,
So,
like sometimes on the way to the end zone, he will slow down just because he really wants to hit somebody on the way to the end zone. I'm like, he really does want to hit somebody on the way to the end zone.
Sometimes you see him make that decision. Contact, touchdown.
Yeah.
Contact, touchdown.
It's like, okay.
Contact, touchdown.
I'm trying to make the page, man.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to run backwards one time just to make some contact.
I'm not that good.
Oh man.
You gotta leave that to RTC. He's
Hey,
Yeah.
obviously.
Carter, you willing to take a 3-on-1?
Yeah, I talked about it.
You talked about it.
Yeah, I want
Man.
to try it.
I
Just to
will.
show Lavish I was done.
Oh fuck. The
Another one.
momentum he would pick up.
There's another one.
Yeah, no, like I will say though, they do got a couple thumpers on their team. They got Sit.
Who?
Saya.
Say out. Okay.
Saya. Joe Jackson, the linebacker. He thumps.
Mm.
Knox will thump.
Eh.
Knox will thump. Like if you
I ain't never
piss
been thumped.
Knox off,
I ain't been thumped.
no, but he will thump though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he will get in there and
I'm like
and
Ray
throw
Charles.
that.
I gotta see it to believe it.
God, I love you.
Wow.
We're gonna
Oh
see.
my.
But like they do,
Oh
they
my.
do. They got. I mean,
They got some guys. Yeah.
Yeah, they
but
got some
We got
guys.
some better guys.
touche.
I love Sayal though.
So-
yeah,
I wouldn't line him in front. I'm gonna pinch him in Olay. That's about it.
man, that's
That's a different beast right there.
So
yeah.
I
You're
got
not wrong.
That's
You're
a
not wrong.
solid.
I got a
You're
real
not
question. I got a real question for you though. Have you been watching A7 for some of the other teams in national?
Like the East Coast. And
Yeah.
stuff?
Is there anybody that you truly just want to play?
Anybody really. The most challenging game we had was last week. Like it's been too easy, really. For me at least, I was suspended last season, so I can say that was probably the most.
Well, I'm asking because
I really wanted to watch
it's
him run.
and it's
against
not
the
it's not a
Nightcrawlers.
negative. It's not
Definitely.
negative, but I was listening to a couple of guys talk. CP3 was talking on the
Mr. Price.
on the Jaffos, and he had nothing but praise. So don't get it wrong. But what he said was, the hardest thing after winning a championship is being complacent the next season.
Yeah.
I don't see you guys doing that, but I'm curious because I'm like, all right, well, we've heard the talk, and I'm not going to go down that road again. All I'm saying is I was curious for the Insomniacs, is there a team, a specific team, that if you could say, hey, we want to play these guys in the spring,
Yes.
and I was just curious if there was a team that you
I
guys
mean-
want to face.
I mean, I don't really follow them, but we always hear about BIC, the U, like Corey and them always match us up to them and glaze them. So like,
They do.
I'm pretty sure if we play them, it'll be way better than Corey and them draw it up in their head.
Yeah,
they draw
and,
us up like some fucking JV team.
and that's
against them.
what's crazy is like that's been my whole point this entire time is we ain't never said we go just walk through anybody. Really, we say we're better. Okay, I'll say this because I would say this. The Insomniacs motto is they're better. But like it just hasn't come to fruition where like I don't understand. My bad. I lost my train of thought. I'm a little high.
Only a little.
I had a train of thought and I fucked up.
But
No,
I like
they
to
glazed
play
us like we're a JV team. We ain't never
Yeah.
said we gonna walk through nobody. Like we always said like we
Y'all
could play
never
with anybody.
Y'all never.
We
said you're
can
gonna
play
blow 'em-
with anybody.
You never
Like
said
we
you're
were.
gonna, You never said you're gonna beat them 65-0.
No, we just said y'all not gonna walk through us like everybody else. Like we are ready to play for the national chip. We could play with y'all. We could bang with y'all. That's all we've ever said. And everybody wants to jump on our neck for saying that we're just as good as y'all and better.
Well, right now they are better because they have what everybody wants, and that is the crown.
Exactly. So, and I'll steal it from Rick. To be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah.
And right now, you guys you're putting your undefeated record on the line on Sunday.
with like 20-0.
17.
17.
Talking about future.
So you guys are trying to go 18-0. And if you do that, then you start the season, spring season, undefeated for 2 seasons, going for another chip. So I would think, just from listening to everybody, it seems like you guys are, you're friggin' locked in. You know what you want to do. You know
Playing
where you
like,
want to go.
playing like the Warriors a few years ago. Got to beat us.
Well,
And like the thing is the Insomniacs, everybody that I've talked to welcomes that. They want that game. Every single person wants that game. They want to have that like there hasn't been that point where it's like, oh, okay, now we've been cracked in the mouth and now it's time to go.
Sorry, I had to laugh at what Knox just posted.
What do you say?
He said, I bet Carter's feet dangling on that chair.
Nah, I'm gonna stand on my wallet. I'd be better than higher than him, so it's cool.
Oh shit! Oh, damn.
It is
I'm
getting
not trying.
it is getting spicy for this upcoming Sunday, which you can catch on Fox 5.2, Cox Channel 125,
I can't wait.
Caffeine, and A7FL.tv. So, Devonte, real quick, talk about how you draw from your own inspiration when you play on the field.
I feel like my life is total different. Like, I don't bring my personal life into the football, so like, I'm out there just having fun and talking shit. Really,
Mm-hmm.
Don't care at all.
yeah, I don't really care. I just, it's Sunday. All right, let's go stretch. Let's go to the game. Let's have a good time. It's not much into it. This is A7. It's fun. You know, it's a good opportunity, but at the end of the day, it's just fun for me.
So
I talk a lot of shit, so you just got to shut me up, basically.
So when somebody starts talking to you, you don't care. You're just gonna
I'm gonna talk shit back.
And then look for contact.
Yeah,
and then show it on the field.
yeah.
Certain
Okay.
shit you can't say.
I talk shit to anybody, the refs,
Yeah.
especially the refs, because it's like we got to play the team and the refs every time. So it's 7 against 10 every time.
That comes with that, but that comes with being unbeaten though. Like that's with being the villain and the one that everybody wants to beat. It comes with it. You're gonna have to play the rest every game, and because man, I deal with it because I talk so much shit. Like I criticize them so crazy every time I have touched on the field. Like even in flag tournaments and shit, it's the same refs.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting a motherfucking call no matter what. If I'm on the field, we not getting a call. It's going against us. I promise you.
All right, Devonte, this is your part to wear. Any parting shots or anything you want to say, promote your business, whatever it is you want to do, the floor is yours.
Give me 3 speed bumps for this weekend.
3 speed bumps. What do you want?
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, no, here,
He's letting you call him.
no, because I'm
I don't
not, I'm
even
not
know a couple
Viking
names.
until my cleats are tied up. I'm not Viking no more. So I'm gonna go ahead and just ask questions for right now.
I like to go against Justin. Justin's a hell of a defensive player. And, I don't know number 16's name, but they need to move him from the safety spot because we're running at him for sure. Joe Jackson's always a good player to go against because he talks shit right back. And, yeah, so we're going to try to make some screen doors out of him.
Well,
And I
let's
hope
see.
Knox is
Wait a
better,
minute.
too.
Wait a
My
minute.
goodness.
Who's their bet? I would say they're one of their better defensive linemen. Ahmad.
Ahmad Awada?
Ahmad's my guy. I fuck with
Ahmad, that's
Ahmad
my
the long
boy.
way after football. Like,
after
Ahmad's
the
my
game,
guy
yeah.
off the field for sure.
Man, shout out to Ahmad, man.
Ahmad's
one
a
of
good
the
dude,
one of the
man.
most he's one of the most dedicated transformative people. Like he's turned his life around and he's very much into his
Definitely.
religion and like he is a dedicated man in all aspects, a great businessman. That's a great dude to have around you. Like, and he plays hard on the football field. Respect.
It was to a point Ahmad was coming to get a haircut twice a week, and I was sick of seeing him. But it was his
That
energy,
man-
though.
that
His
man-
energy that he brought. I have a bad day.
Hey.
Ahmad to come in and brighten up the whole day.
Change a hug or change
Right.
everything.
He's
Dude.
singing in the barber chair and shit. I'm like, Ahmad.
I don't think I've ever seen him come to the football field with a frown or upset or nothing. He's always smiling and laughing.
He has a reason to, man. He should have. Yeah, his story is amazing. You definitely need to get
If
him.
you
up there.
listen to him for any amount of time,
We
like,
need to have him on the show.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't, man, fuck around, be ready to cry.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like no bullshit, be ready to
he's
cry.
a good dude for sure.
But good people, when you have good people that are around you and you have good people that you play football with, in my case, I would love to still be playing, but to see what goes on and to have all you guys around, you, Kenny, Ahmad, everybody showing love on Sundays, I respect the hell out of that, man. And I
Yeah.
love you guys for it because this could have gone a whole different way. But the respect's there for all of y'all. And I
Mhm.
respect all the players that play in the A7 because you guys are playing a game that is no pads, no helmet, full tackle, and you guys are out there loving it.
Yeah,
And I love watching it.
It's funny because people chirp different when there's no bird cage in front of them.
right.
You know what I mean? Like when there's no,
Twitter
it's a
fingers.
hockey term. So like when there ain't no face mask
No
in
face
front of you, you
mask.
get to chirping different. You get to talking a little bit different. And some people don't change.
No.
Some people do not change. And I have a lot of love and a lot of respect. And they're spread out. I mean, they're very heavily concentrated on our squad. But there's a handful of them on a couple of other teams and a lot of respect. You see the respect on the field. We always talk about it. We point it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
All right.
If I talk shit to you, it's respect first. I'm just talking shit to you. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna talk you like down to you like I'm not a man. But,
Yeah,
know,
no,
I'm
we
gonna tell
see
you
the
suck,
big
but that's
hits on the
football, you know?
sideline. We see the big hits, and then we see the high five, and then the
Right.
shit talking right afterwards.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's what
I'm trying
that's
to
what
keep it
we
fun.
need. Like that's what men,
That's what the
men
game
need
is for.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
we're
our outlet.
supposed to have that shit. Like we can't be like society is legitimately trying to effeminize men like to a point where like we need to have these outlets. This just used to be how men were. This is how society was created and how rules and shit were. This is how like the order of society was created, and we're not allowed to do that shit no more. Like real men need an outlet to be able to get that shit out, and things aren't going to come across properly if they don't. Now we have this opportunity, and this is why I'm so adamant about spreading the word and getting guys like Devonte out here and Matt Kenny. These guys need this outlet.
That's how I brought Jeremy Reeves.
Mhm.
He was one of my clients. I was out, like he said, I watched the game all the time. He came in like, what is this? Every time you got this on when I come get a haircut. And now look at him. He's out here. He's like, bruh.
Smacking shit.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
Smacking shit.
If
And
you-
he's so nice.
if you need a haircut, Devontae's your guy. Just
Yep.
keep that in mind. If you need a
Can
haircut,
you afford the 40?
Hey, but by the way, man, what
Book in advance.
No, I'm just trying
Hit
to
the
figure
app.
out what does your hat say?
Oh, this Tiana Trump, 2024, we voting for her. Throat goat of the year.
Throat.
With that said, you can catch Devonte with the rest of the Wolfpack on Sunday, as it is Sick and the Insomniacs round 4 for the Fall Brawl
I
Championship.
can't wait.
Devonte, as always, we appreciate the time. Thank you for coming on again, sir. Appreciate you.
Definitely. Been real.
All
Man,
right.
Doors always open for you, my brother.
All right. So
Both
right
of y'all.
now, you have 9 minutes, callers, to call in if you want to call in now. 702-608-3259. 702-608-3259. You have 9 minutes. We will cut the lines off at 6:55, but right now, if you want to call in, now is the time to call in and shoot your shot, because it's all you got. All right. So Sunday, 4 p.m. at Bonanza High, it is round 4 between the Insomniacs and Sick With It. Second time in a championship setting. Again, here's the question: what
Go.
does Sick have to do to try to get over this hurdle that is the Insomniacs?
I mean, in reality, the obvious is score more points.
Of course,
But when it comes right down to it, you've got to try to stop a lot of weapons. And that is something I don't know exactly what team can do that. I mean, you've got a lot of weapons with the Insomniacs. Now, I know Sick With It has a lot of weapons too. Don't get me wrong. But it comes down to, in my eyes, what defense is going to show up and play the better game, because that's what it's going to come down to. And I mean, we see what these guys can do. We've seen what both teams can do. I don't know that I have an answer for that. I don't know that there is, because I mean, look, Mark is searching for it. And I think if he has that answer, I mean, one of the things that I would look at as a coach is we have to play the perfect game. You can't turn the ball over. If you do, you're going to be in trouble with the Insomniacs. You turn the ball over to them, it's 6. So, I mean, that's just something that we've got to, they've got to be cognizant of, and their defense has to show up and play.
because realistically, the last 2 times they have played, it's been a tale of 2 halves, to where Sick is right with them in the first half, and then something just changes in the second half. What do you think that is, and how does that change?
Well, as much as we would like to sit here and say the Insomniacs means they can't sleep, I swear these guys are having fun the first half, and they're messing around with it. And then the second half, it's like, okay, we got to turn it on, put these guys away, and then we could start having fun again in the fourth quarter. And that's what it seems to be. I mean, am I wrong?
No, I think they're absolutely spot on. Like, I just think that they haven't had the need to pour it on early yet. Like, they haven't felt that pressure, even down. Like Carter just said and Matt Kenny just said, like they've been down. They don't feel the pressure. That's different. That's
wait.
messed
Like
up.
Max said, we be down by 14, toss left.
Toss left.
Toss left.
Let's
And
move through it.
And look, but their guys are in the chat talking about, can we go toss right? I don't like can we go toss right every once? It's all jokes.
Yeah.
Like they're having fun, and I think that sometimes maybe that's what Sick With It has to do.
Don't take themselves so seriously.
Not take it so seriously. Like,
I never thought about that. Maybe they are pressing too much.
And you know what I mean? Maybe they're trying to make too many changes. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing. Like, Sick With It has a very nice rotation of players, but sometimes you can over rotate. You know what I mean? Like, you got to let people catch a groove. You got to let people, now against the Insomniacs, that ain't going to work. You're going to get your guys beat the fuck up. But like, like, you're just going to get one down. But I feel like sometimes they'll find what works, and then they come out second half and they got different personnel in the same, like, in different positions. And it seems like, I don't know where that's coming from, but I don't know. Like, I just think Sick, if Sick can capitalize on turnovers,
mm-hmm.
and if they can have fun,
well,
they can get rid of a lot of their self-inflicted wounds that they've been dealing with, and they can play to, if they play to their full potential, then we have a game on our hands all of a sudden. Like, it's not a 45-25 game. Maybe it's a 45-40
It could be like week one.
42, yeah.
It could be like week one during the spring last season. Possibly.
closer game.
I think a little more high scoring. Also, it's whatever team doesn't like start to hang their head. Like, both of these offenses are going to score. You got to understand that big plays are going to happen. Those third and 15, that 3rd and 12, that 3rd and 7, where you've been busting your ass. You got 3 tackles in a row, like to make sure you got down and distance. They're gonna crack one off.
So
And that's okay.
So the question is, what's the final score? Put on your prediction caps and give me a final score. So I know Derek was like, "Oh, you guys aren't 45, when I'm not there, you're not saying it." So
45-20.
45-28. Okay. Dub?
And yes, I'm biased.
I will say I'll say 49-35.
Wait, hold on. What was that?
Yeah.
Got you at -30?
-30.
Minus 30.
Okay.
My final score.
Is that your over-under? Okay. There you go.
A lot of, see, and like even in the chat right now, Scooter's in the chat talking about like the things they've done negatively.
Yeah.
Or that they haven't performed to their like expectations on. This isn't a team of guys where like that, oh, that's good enough ain't gonna get you nowhere in life.
Oh, by the way, Knox, I'm no longer the division manager, just so you know. Even though you're saying I don't know if I'm a manager or a fan. I'm a fan, dude. I'm part of the management team, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of all the players. I'm a fan of all the teams. This is fun. Talking this shit right now is fun. That's all it is. And you shouldn't take it to heart because, I think you're a hell of a player. So that's all I got to say about that. But final score for this, I would probably go close to what, Scott's saying. And I don't know how we're going to break down the two halves, but I really think that, it could be. And the thing about it that we're not even taking into consideration, what's the weather going to be like?
That is
Are
true
you going to
too.
be able to throw the ball the way you want to? Is it going to be windy as shit? Is it going to be raining? Rain doesn't really matter that much, but the wind does.
Rain is not forecasted for Sunday. It's supposed to be a high of 54 and a low of 37.
Yep.
That's changed.
And actually, it's changed because it's changed a couple of times because they've taken rain out of Sunday and they've put it back in 2 or 3 times already during this week. So
I usually put it back in 2
all
or 3
I'm going to
times.
say is if it's a running game, obviously I lean towards Insomniacs because they got the 3-headed monster.
Yes, they
Pick
do.
your poison.
Yes, they do.
If it's a run passing game and we've got both these teams kind of going off, I still think that there is a situation where whose defense is going to show up and show out. So I've got to lean towards the champions because, as I said earlier, I would be going against what I said. You got to be the man, you got to beat the man. So I'm going to say right now, I'm going to go with 20, not knowing the weather, 28-38 win by the Insomniacs.
Well, all right. But again, 4 p.m. Sunday at Bonanza High, of course. Locally here in Vegas, you can watch it on Fox 5.2, Cox Channel 125, of course, all across the world and across the globe. Caffeine TV and A7FL.TV. Throw off will be at 4 p.m. Again, it is round 4 of the Insomniacs and Sick second time in a championship setting. This time it's for the Fall Brawl Championship. Again, if you can't join us at Bonanza High, the best next thing is watch us live on all these platforms where you can hear myself, Chris, and Scott from the Rainbow Bridge of Asgard call the action, and we will see what happens as we unfold the last game of the Fall Brawl season, and then segue our way to March 24th for the 10th anniversary throw-off season of the American Sevens Football League, with the Insomniacs opening up defense of their title against the Las Vegas Force. So with that said, don't forget to check out the Other Side of the Ball page on YouTube, theothersideoftheball.com, and the Other Side of the Ball on Instagram and all platforms in between. Gentlemen, final thoughts.
Scotty? Yeah, I'm making you go first.
My final thoughts is shit. I can't wait till spring season. I'm ready to watch this championship game. I'm gonna go ahead and save all.
Okay.
All right.
I ain't got much to say right now. I've been working my ass off lately. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna lie to you.
Well, pay the man. Pay the man, pay the man, pay the man.
I'm tired. I'm right there with you. I've been in the gym at 4:30.
Pumping some iron.
Yes, for the last
Feel the pump.
last week, this week, continue on. I got to get back in my, like Max said, routine, and I got to get back into mine. So my final thoughts, pretty simple. Get ready for a good game on Sunday. Hopefully the weather isn't too bad. Hopefully we get fans in the stands. If you have not watched this game before, if you have just been listening to us, man, please, by all means, if you are in Vegas, come check it out. There's nothing else going on this Sunday, and please, please, please don't talk to me about the Pro Bowl stuff. It's horrible.
Oh, you mean the two-hand touch?
Yes. Well, the flag football. But
Two-hand touch?
yes. But come check it out. Come see what everybody's squawking about. Come see what these gentlemen do, and the respect that they deserve for what they're doing. And I don't care what team you play on. I don't care what team you're in this league, you're playing in this league. Got to have respect for you, because football is not something to take lightly, especially when you're tackling with no pads, no helmet. But it is fun as hell to watch. It is fun as hell to see what's going on, and it's a lot. It's a lot to watch, because even though it's 7-on-7, it brings in a whole new aspect of the game that nobody thinks about. So come see it for yourself. And off of that, can't wait for the spring myself. I think that once National gets going, we're going to see some really good teams. But the thing that we are not talking about, and we won't talk about until next week, movement and what's going on back east, what's possible coming out here, and some of the players that might be going into different areas.
All right, caller, you are on the other side of the ball. Hello.
Hey, Insomniacs about 50, man.
Well, all righty.
All right.
Okay, cool. Who is that?
This is Jeremy Reeves.
Oh, Mr. Reeves.
Hey,
Mr.
Mr.
Reeves.
Reeves, how you doing?
We're just talking
What's up,
about
y'all? I
you.
just wanted to say, man.
And it's good to hear from you. We got to get you on the show ASAP.
Yeah, shit. It's whatever, man. But I just want to say we coming in ready to play, man. Ready to play hard, and we gonna do our thing, handle our business.
All right, there you see it. Mr. Reeves saying the Wolfpack by 50.
Yes, sir. Yeah, have a good one.
All right, thank you,
All
sir.
right, man. Wow.
Well, as you can see,
Okay.
it's round 4. And can Sickwita get over this hurdle that is the Insomniacs? Time will tell. But the only way for it can tell is if you watch this upcoming Sunday at 4 p.m. on Fox 5.2, Cox Channel 125, A7FL.TV, and Caffeine. But with that said, don't forget to catch You Heard with Big and Friends. That's at 9 in this same studio.
Oh, right next.
Don't forget to catch them out. Don't forget to catch the All-Pro Joffos. If you haven't watched the interview with CP3, please do so. It was fantastic. Shout out
Great
to our friends,
interview.
the All-Pro Joffos. Don't forget, our own Anthony Wilkerson was a guest on the 301 podcast with Corey, Matt, and Rob. Don't forget to check that out. And sometime tonight, don't know when, but there will be a new episode of the Mizzle and Dub Show starring myself and Mizzle. So check that out on the Mizzle and Dub Show YouTube channel. And don't forget about me and Chris at 5 p.m. from 6, talking ish with, of course, Quan59, where we will talk about player movement and free agency. We'll do our Super Bowl show the week of the Super Bowl, not this upcoming week. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. But special thanks to Quan59 as always, doing what he does best, making the sound so wonderful. Special thanks to Jaden Web, Big Kenny Mack, and Devonte Carter as our guests in the studio. We appreciate them. Shout out to Nick Blaze, our producer. Shout out to our on-site producer, Mr. Pierce, a.k.a. Pierre, for doing what he does.
Oh, he definitely looks like a Pierre today. He fucking did his hair and all kinds of shit.
Nonetheless, we hope you can join us at Bonanza High this upcoming Sunday for the Fall Brawl Championship between Sick and the Insomniacs. But if you can't join us at Bonanza High, please watch us across all the platforms: A7FL.TV, Caffeine TV, Cox Channel 125, and Fox 5.2, all a part of the Silver State Sports Entertainment Network. For Chris, for the Rainbow Bridge of Asgard, I'm AA, and for Quan59, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the other side of the ball. Please watch Sunday, our version of the Fall Brawl Super Bowl, the Insomniacs, and stick with it. You don't want to miss it. Come watch it.
Good game. Asta.